Hello, hello. Welcome back. Here we are. It is Tuesday, and we are showing up for you and every single female entrepreneur around the world, helping you out with business tips, tech tips, all the things that you need to know that nobody's telling you about how to run your business. Remove the chaos, get rid of the overwhelm, and so you can feel like you are truly thriving and scaling your business because you deserve it. And guess what? Women, there should be no gatekeeping, no holding back the secrets, the tips, the tricks, all the things that worked for us and for working for HerLink, we want to share with you. So this is why we show up. All right, today we are going to be talking about automation. Why you need to be automating your business. What is automation? Why it's a game changer. Why you need to be doing it in every single aspect. We're going to break down the word automation, tell you exactly what that means in your business. We're going to tell you all the different ways that you can automate your business. And we're going to break this down into part 1, part 2, and part 3. Today, we're just going to break down what is automation, why it's a game changer. Part 2, Demiri, what are we going to bring them?
So part 2, we're just going to be open up the curtains and we're going to show you how to actually do it.
On part 3, we're going to actually hand over hand share our screen and show you how to build out a workflow. Workflow is a huge piece to automations, but it's an overwhelming word. And so we're going to break it down for you.
All right. Let's get started. Let's see. What is this automation thing? You hear this a lot. You hear automation all the time, especially now with AI just overtaking the entire business world. And what exactly is that? What is automation? And the best way I like to think about it is think about it as like your personal assistant taking care of all these day-to-day repetitive tasks that you have to focus on your business that need to be done, that maybe, I don't know about you, but you maybe not necessarily want to really do them. However, they need to get done. Otherwise, there's no business, right? So I think that's the best way to think about what is automation. It is just that, your personal assistant.
You know, I have to, like, full disclosure here. When I first became an entrepreneur, I know the word automate is like super simple. Put it on autopilot. I understood the word, but when you were telling me to automate my business, I was confused. I was like, break it down for me. I need this in step 1, step 2, step 3, ABC, whatever you want to do it. I don't know, a blueprint. But all of a sudden, the word automate associated with my business, I was lost in the sauce.
And we've been talking about this for a long time because this has been years that Crystal and I have been having this conversation. Because for the longest time, I kept telling her, I'm like, oh, we just need to automate. And she's like, huh?
And it's crazy. And, you know, I feel like, and I say this in full disclosure, because I know that I wasn't the only person wondering, how do I start automating my business?
Yes.
Where do I even begin? How do I put things on autopilot? It sounds really good. And it sounds like I wish there was this autopilot button. Well, guess what? There is. There's a little bit of work entailed with it, but that's exactly what automation means. Exactly how Demiri put it, turning on autopilot so you're not manually doing things. So let me give you an example. If you are manually sending out an email blast to your database, so if you have tons of emails for your clients, you've collected all these contacts, and you are manually going into Gmail and sending an email, girl, it's time to catch you up to speed. And you need not to be doing that in 2025. You need to automate your emails that you're sending out to your clients. You have promotions going on. You need to automate that. Every single year we have the same holidays. Why are we sitting there every single Christmas holiday season, scratching our head, wondering, what am I going to write in the email? Oh, I have to do this before Christmas. No, this should already be set up a year in advance. We know the holidays are coming. You need to be automating anything happening in your business around the holiday season. So go ahead, Dinner.
And this is where kind of automation is just that magical thing, because I call it the set it and forget it. And then especially with the holidays coming up, like Crystal said, holidays come around every year, same holidays every year. Well, here's the kicker. Just if you have something, a promotion that you do around the holidays every single year, all you have to do is make sure that once that holiday has passed, so once your campaign has passed, once the offer is over, you simply go back on there, you change the date for the next year, and that's it. It's done. But it's just the fact that, we've said this a lot of times is you're an expert in your industry, and sometimes these like this little things, this repetitive tasks that we have to do for our business just take a lot of time, and time is money. So why not pick one day? Because what Crystal said earlier about it does take a little bit of work. Yes. At the very beginning, setting it up, it does take work because you do have to sit down and make sure, you know, there's different steps that you take. But once it's done, just the weight lifted off of your shoulders is just, for me, game changer is what comes to mind. It's
Okay,
just
so
next
Jamira, you
level.
just said something that I loved to hear. So first of all, automate, turn on autopilot. But then Demiri took it the step further and reminded us all what happens when you turn something on autopilot. You set it and you forget about it.
Yeah.
And there's so much beauty in that. And the reason there's so much beauty in that is because one of the things holding us back as an entrepreneur, when you're a small business owner, you're the graphic designer, you're the social media
You wear
planner,
many
you're
hats.
you
You got
wear
all the
all those
hats.
hats. Well, in order to scale your business, you have to take one of those hats off and make room for the next hat, because scaling the business is building on your business. But if every single calendar year you're being bogged down by the different holidays that you need to send out, email reminders, that you have to, daily schedule that post to go out, like, these are things that you can automate and have them scheduled on autopilot so you can set it, forget about it, and make space to actually scale and work on the new projects, on the new collaborations, on the new streams of income. How do you set up multiple streams of income if you're not automating your first stream of income? So set it and forget about it. I love that.
Yeah.
Love it.
And here's the thing. I mean, we've heard about the emails. Yes, setting up emails and autopilot, right? Automating your email sequences. That's game changer to begin with. But there's a number of different types of automations. Like Crystal mentioned, you do your social media posts. I heard, so many people pick 1 or 2 days a month and they sit down, create that content for the entire month. Some people for 2, 3 months, I'm not saying sit down and go do that right now, but you look at what your skill level is, what your schedule is like, and you figure out what works best for you. But again, automating your social media is another step on, especially because there's a lot of anxiety when it comes to social media. You have to show up. Some of us are not necessarily as comfortable showing up all the time. Others of us don't care. We're an open book and we're like, here's everything. So either way, whichever category you fall under, automating it just like Crystal said, you take off one of those hats till you can focus on getting the next client, getting the next stream of income. And so we got that as part of an automation. Another automation is something that we covered in one of our previous videos. So if this is something that you're interested in, make sure you go back on our playlist and check out that video. It's having a website chat widget. That is a huge game changer. Don't you think, Crystal?
Absolutely. 100%. That's automating your lead generation. You want to generate more leads and put that on autopilot so you're not constantly have automation be set up working for you to help you with your lead generation. So that's what that chat widget is all about, capturing people who are on your website, but not you physically having to be there responding to the person who's on your website. You know what? I was just pulling up our 10 tips for automating 10 different things in your business. I was pulling them up. Demiri and I went through them. There's so many things. The list is endless. The possibilities to automate your business in so many different ways is endless. So